Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here, and I'm back again with a brand new video. So the Samsung Galaxy A17 has officially been out in the United States. It's been out for a few days now, and I've spent 48 hours with this phone. So I'm comfortably giving you guys a sort of a 2-day review. It's not going to be the ultimate conclusion, but it should give you an idea if this phone is going to be worth it for you or not. Now, right off the bat, I do want to speak on the design itself. So Samsung did update the design slightly, so they changed from the glossy material that they had on the previous generation to this sort of a matte finish that is a cleaner look in my opinion, less fingerprints. However, it does get dirty and it is more susceptible to scratches, so keep that in mind, especially since this panel is made out of plastic. But overall though, from the way that it looks, the black color on here, this kind of deep black color, looks really good on this phone. So in the US it does come with two colors, black and blue, nothing else. Internationally you do get more color options, but that's just what we get here in the US model itself. Now on the back you also have a triple camera setup, which we will discuss later on. On the right hand side you have your power button that doubles as a fingerprint, as well as your volume up and down. And if you look at the bottom of the phone, you will get your USB-C that is capable of 25 watt of fast charging, I guess you can call it. It's not really that fast nowadays because 25 watt is almost standard. And you also have your microphone as well. So for the second generation with the A1 lineup, you still don't get a headphone jack, and I have doubts that this phone will ever get that headphone jack back. But overall, as a design, a slight upgrade, nothing too dramatic. They just mainly changed the way that the camera lens looks, as well as bringing the matte finish back from the glossy material. Now, yeah, the design, it's not really the greatest thing to kind of brag when it comes to this device. On the other hand, the display is one of the best displays that you can get right now for a phone at this price point. So now you have a 6.7 inch, still the same Super AMOLED display from the previous generation, so it's 2340 by 1080. You also get 90 Hz of high refresh rate, 800 nits of peak brightness. Again, they didn't really change much from the display point compared to the previous generation, and honestly I'm not too mad at it. I mean, you still get the same OLED technology that you had in the past, and it still is overall the best selling point when it comes to this phone. The display is just hands down one of the best that you can get at this sort of price point. And now you can actually get this point for around $170 unlocked if you want to go down that route, but I know carriers do have some promotions when it comes to it. So overall, the display, while unchanged from the previous generation, watching videos, browsing the web, anything that would obviously require you to use this phone, which is the main interaction of the device itself, and that's the display, you'll find that experience really nice and really enjoyable. The speaker is slightly better than the previous generation, but it's nothing too dramatic in my opinion. Okay, so next in my conversation is going to be the performance, and the performance is yet again sort of disappointing. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, they didn't really again change much in the performance side of things. So I was hoping that they would update the performance, but unfortunately you just don't get that with this device. So here are your specs. So the Galaxy A17 is using the same Exynos 1330 that it was found in the previous generation, and you only max out, if you get the US model, you only have one option, which is the 4 gigabytes of RAM, which in today's expectations is not really all that, especially with all the AI processing and Samsung's heavy push when it comes to artificial intelligence. This just doesn't cut it. 4 gigs of RAM, not that acceptable. One storage option, 128 gigs, that is no longer expandable, and you also get the same 5000 milliamp hour battery that you get from the previous generation. So in a way, if you're buying this phone from the performance, and if you have the A16, you're just wasting your money. I wouldn't go down that route. So not really much has changed. These synthetic benchmarks give us 825 on a single core and 1986 on a multi-core. The daily tasks are okay. They glitch from time to time. They are a little bit on the slow side if you're used to a higher end device. So performance, I wish they would have just took the time and removed the high refresh rate and put that extra effort in a better performing device. And Samsung has the ability to do that. They just decided not to for this generation. Okay, so next in my conversation, I want to speak quickly on the camera just because I am preparing a full dedicated camera review, so I do want you to stay tuned for that. But the only big thing that they changed is the addition of optical image stabilization. Ultimately, it's still the same 50 megapixel main sensor from the previous generation, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro sensor. You get up to 10 times digital zoom, and you also get the same 13 megapixel front facing camera that you had in also the previous generation. Now, here's the thing. The camera, the pictures that I took so far are slightly sharper than the previous generation, and I will again be making a full dedicated camera review, so stay tuned for that. It's definitely going to be something that you may not want to miss if you're in the market for this device. Okay, so camera wise, the biggest thing is the optical image stabilization. Unfortunately, you only max out at 1080p if you do want to record videos on this device, so no 4K option, which I think for a phone at this price point, it's not the end of the world. I can live with that. So overall, from the 2 days that I've been using this phone, I do want to say that my biggest disappointment and my biggest letdown is the lackluster performance. Now, as far as OS upgrades, this phone is going to have you down for the next couple of years. However, I don't think that the performance will keep up with the software demand. So with that being said, I do want to thank you all so much for watching. Tell me how you feel about the Galaxy A17. Is it a letdown? Do you feel like if you had the A16 you would just keep it and skip this generation, or go a different route? Let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching.